السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back with ايناس القرشي, Mega Goal number 1. Today we will discuss unit number 1, Big Change. We will discuss past world events and its present effects. We will talk about global issues. We have 3 issues here: overpopulation, endangered species, space exploration. The first questions: what have you read or seen on TV about these issues? For example, overpopulation. Okay, we know that China has overpopulation people, also India and other countries. Endangered species, we know that koala is endangered species. Space exploration, we know that nowadays and before they travel to the moon, they travel to space, they discover something new and explore it. Which issue are positive in your opinion? I think space exploration is a positive one, because maybe this exploration will protect our Earth, will improve something on the Earth, the weather, the agriculture, different things. Which one are negative? I think overpopulation is a negative issue, because if we have a lot of people on the country and the country couldn't bear it, we will have a lot of diseases. No food will be enough for them, no places, maybe we will have murders or something bad. Also, endangered species is a negative issue, because we will not see these animals again. They threat their lives. Are there any other changes that have impacted our world significantly? Okay, find in the websites if there is other issues. Listen and discuss. Look at page number 6. Look at the picture on page number 6. Read the title. Big change. What does big change mean? I think it means developing something, becoming better, find the mistakes and avoid them. Okay, we have 4 pictures on page number 6. The first picture is a map of Saudi Arabia. The second one is the UAE flag. The third one is a spacecraft. The fourth one is the space, the Earth, and satellites. After listening to the audio, answer these questions. Number 1, where is the Masmak fortress? Number 2, why was it important for King Abdulaziz to conquer it? Paragraph 2, what does UAE stand for? Paragraph 3, what was the space race? Paragraph 4, what countries were involved in the communication revolution? How do you think satellites created a communication revolution? Listen to the audio and find the answer of these questions.
Unit 1, Big Changes, page 6. 1. Listen and discuss.
The world is constantly going through changes. look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times. The unification of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. King Abdul Aziz, a gifted leader and dedicated warrior for the cause of Islam, was responsible for the legendary event that marked the beginning of modern Saudi Arabia. In 1902, he regained Riyadh, beat the city garrison, took the Masmak fortress, and established his headquarters in the city. He expanded Saudi Arabia to include all the Hijaz, Makkah, and Medina, and united all the tribes into one nation. On September 23, 1932, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was officially established as a unified Islamic state, with Arabic as the national language and the Holy Quran as its constitution. King Abdul Aziz initiated the building of infrastructure and set Saudi Arabia on the road to modernization.
The United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Federation of the United Arab Emirates, known as UAE, consists of 7 sheikdoms: Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Quwain. The city of Abu Dhabi in Abu Dhabi is the capital. UAE was officially established in 1971. It came after the discovery of enormous oil reserves in Abu Dhabi in 1958. The UAE dirham, a single national currency, was launched in 1973. The oil revenues, as well as income from other commercial activities, have been used to develop a thriving economy and social infrastructure. Abu Dhabi now hosts its own Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circuit, and Dubai is home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa. The space race. The Russians launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, on October 4, 1957. Next, Sputnik 2 went up into space on November 3rd. The Americans won the race to land on the moon more than 10 years later, with Apollo 11 on July 20th, 1969. This is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind, said astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the moon. Sultan Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud flew on STS-51G Discovery in June 1985 as the representative of the Arab Satellite Communications Organization, Arabsat. He was the youngest person to fly on the space shuttle at the age of 28.
The Communications Revolution. The first communications satellite, called Telstar, was launched from Cape Canaveral on July 10, 1962. This marked the start of rapid transmission of TV signals over wide areas. What we take for granted today, satellite television, cellular telephones, wireless and high-speed internet connections, and so forth, were part of science fiction only 40 years ago. Teenagers today are the first real citizens of the digital world. Unlike their parents, they have grown up in a world in which electronic delivery of information and entertainment is natural and more accepted than conventional forms like the newspaper, tape, or film.
Global issues.
Okay, let's go back to paragraph number 1. Where is the Masmak fortress? The Masmak fortress is in the center of Riyadh. Why was it important for King Abdulaziz to conquer it? It was important because it allowed him to establish the headquarters in Riyadh and take more areas. Okay. Paragraph 2. What does UAE stand for? It stands for United Arab Emirates. Paragraph 3. What was the space race? It was a race to see who could land on the moon first. Paragraph 4. What countries were involved in communication revolution? The United States and the Soviet. How do you think satellites created a communication revolution? Signals could be transmitted very quickly. Okay, we have other questions, other comprehension questions on the passage. Return back to paragraph number 1. Why was Apollo 11 important? Because the USA won the race. Paragraph 2. What happened in 1902? King Abdulaziz marched into Riyadh and took the Masmak fortress. Paragraph 3. When was the UAE established? It was established in 1971. What happened in 1973 in UAE? Paragraph 3. The UAE dirham was launched as a national currency. Paragraph 3. What was significant about Sultan Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud? Okay, he was the youngest person to fly on the space shuttle at the age of 28. Paragraph 3. Who is Neil Armstrong? Neil Armstrong is an American astronaut. Number 7. What was Telstar? In paragraph 4. Telstar is the first communication satellite. 8. When was Sputnik 1 launched? In paragraph number 4. It was launched in on October 4th, 1957. Okay. Now, if you want to study any new words and not to forget it, first write the new word in this column. Second, write what part of speech, if it is a noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, article. Find the meaning in English. Use a dictionary book or a dictionary online. Write example. Use this new word in example so you will not forget it. Find opposite. Find a visual picture or draw a visual picture for it. Find a synonym for the new word that you don't know it. Okay, vocabulary. Look at page number 6. Which meaning is best for it? Number 1, to affect. 2, to launch. 3, to take for granted. 4, to establish. 5, to host. A, to set up, start. To send. B, to send into space. C, to produce a change. D, to accept as a part of. E, to provide a place for. Before you looked for my answer, try to do it yourself alone. Number 1, C, to affect. To produce a change. affect بمعنى يؤثر أو يغير. Number 2, to launch. B, to send into space بمعنى يطلق من كلمة انطلاق. 3, to take for granted. D, to accept as a part of. يضمن. Okay. 4, to establish. A, to set up or start. يؤسس أو يبدأ. 5, to host. E, to provide a place for. يضيف يعني يكون في ضيافتك. Okay. True or false? Are these sentences true or false? Number 1, Sputnik was the name of a Russian space. 2, King Abdulaziz set Saudi Arabia on the road to modernization. modernization. 3. At present, the UAE has 10 member states. 4. The UAE dirham came into use in 1967. 5. Digital forms of information are something of the past. Try to answer if it is true or false before you see my answer. These are the answers. Number 1 is true, 2 true, 3 is false. It has, he said 10 members. No, it has 27 members. 4 is false. He said it came in 1967. No, in 2002. Number 5, false. They said digital forms are something from the past. No, it is not something from the past. It is something from the present. Okay, look at these people. What do you know about them? King Abdulaziz Al Saud, he is the founder of Saudi Arabia. He unified Saudi Arabia to be one strong country. Prince Sultan bin Salman is the first Saudi astronaut who traveled to the moon. Neil Armstrong is an American astronaut, the first one who walked on the moon. Hazza al-Mansouri is the first Emirate astronaut who traveled to space. Global issues. List the global issues. We can see a lot of global issues. Number 1, global warming اللي هو الاحتباس الحراري. Pollution التلوث. Poverty الفقر. Diseases الأمراض like COVID-19 nowadays. Security الأمان أو الأمن. Nowadays you can see a lot of people hack your computer, your mobile. Okay, so you need a strong security. نظام آمن قوي. Fresh water economy. Nowadays you can see high economy or low economy اللي هو الاقتصاد المالي. Natural disaster كوارث البيئية. We can see tornado, volcano, earthquake, a lot of natural disaster. Endangered species اللي هي الانقراض، الحيوانات المهددة بالانقراض. Tourism اللي هو الإرهاب. Killing people, innocent people for doing nothing. Unemployment, you can see a lot of guys or teenager unemployment nowadays اللي هي البطالة. Overpopulation التكدس السكاني. Traffic الزحام المروري. Globalization العولمة. Okay, you see the global issues. Find fact about them. Choose one and find fact. شوفي الحقائق الفاكت حقتها. And effect والمؤثرات من هذه بإيش تأثرنا فيها في العالم هذه الكوارث. Okay, thank you for listening to me. Please don't forget the subscribe, the like and the share. With you, ايناس القرشي. Goodbye.